I'm Julie Lopez. I'm a Division I soccer player at Long Beach State, and you're watching What Are We Screaming About?
All right. Well, I'm super excited. Welcome. I have Julie Lopez on the podcast. What are we screaming about? Julie, for those of you that don't know, Miss Julie, soccer player at Long Beach State, and under 17 Mexican national team member. You
In the
were? Yeah.
20s, yeah.
Yeah. So high level soccer player. So welcome. Great to have you here. Um, so let's get into it here, Julie. Tell us when you started
Okay.
playing soccer,
Okay.
and was it recreational? Was it competitive? Tell us all about Julie.
Okay, I feel like I've told this story so many times, but I think it's like a pretty unique one. I obviously have a lot of siblings, so I have four older brothers, and we all play, but like at the time it was like the main focus was only on them, and like my dad didn't ever think like a girl could play. And then so I kind of started playing late. I started playing at 12.
Oh wow.
And yeah, I mean, I would go to their games and everything, but like I was never like really into it either. I don't remember, but I started playing at I would do like every sport. I did dance like after school.
Okay.
And then I got into soccer and I was like really good at it and I like really liked it. And I just told them like I remember telling them like, "Oh, I have a game." And they're like what? Like like what do you mean? I was like, "Yeah, like I have a game." Or I think I told them like I scored like my first goal or something. They're like, "Oh, like they just would sign the field trip slip, not even like be like they just be like, "Okay." And yeah, I'd go, but then I think they're like, okay, and then they took me to the park, and then we started kicking around, and there was like it was at El Carrizo,
Okay.
and there was this boys team, like this Mexican league, girls and boys team playing on the turf, and my mom, being my mom, she goes and asks them if I can join,
Wow.
and me and my sister, like we just I was trying a little bit more, but my sister, she was just like standing there, like so scared. And like, we ended up, he knew my brother, so he was like, "Oh, like you guys are Tony's little sisters, like what, you know," and we wanted to join. And then I told my brothers, Tony and then Julio, that I had a game, and they're like, "What? Like you play?" In my first game, I played goalie. I was actually like a picture of like me in goal, and like I was like crying. And yeah, I started just playing there. And then I played club for this really small club. It's called Granada
Okay.
United.
Sure.
And then we trained nearby, but I started training with them, and like I was just like naturally good at it. Like I
So you knew you were good at it.
yeah.
I mean, you had watched your brothers, as you're
Yeah.
saying, but once you started playing, you knew, hey, this is something I'm good at.
Yeah, like I was just like dribbling through players
Wow.
naturally and like scoring, and I was like it just felt like natural. Like I
But why
yeah.
do you think that is? I mean, were you playing with your brothers? I mean, how did you just become so good right away?
I honestly don't know. I mean I'd kick probably like the balls during halftime or something, and it's like I don't really remember watching their games either. Like I just remember playing with the little kids on the side
Right.
like but yeah, I don't know. I was just like naturally good. My dad was really good, and like yeah, so
Wow. So, okay, so you said your dad,
yeah.
let the boys play, didn't
Yeah.
necessarily want the girls to
Yeah,
play.
yeah.
So, once you started to play, did you feel any pressure? Like, I have to be good because I
Yeah.
have to show them that girls can play? Or did you just play freely?
Yeah, he was like really hard on me, so it was like I was kind of like, do I want to do this? Like this is really hard, and um he just would yell at me a lot because he does work a lot. It was also hard for like my brothers. Like I know my brothers sacrificed a lot. Like Tony, like he'd take the bus all the way from Silmar to like Woodland Hills to get to
Wow.
training. And like cuz my dad always like he's always working, and then my mom obviously doesn't drive. So when he would go to my games, like I wasn't the best. Like I wasn't at that level, but I was good.
Yeah.
And he just like was just like not satisfied. So I don't know. I just kind of like I wanted to get better, not just like to show him, but just like for myself. And it wasn't until like I would say COVID maybe that I got like really good, but watch videos on YouTube, or I'd like wake up really early because I knew my brothers would leave, and I'd like tag along with them because I would be like, can you wake me up? They'd be like, no. So I'd like have to wait, and like once they leave, like I'd tag along and just like train with them, like train. We'd honestly train all day. Like I'd be with them like all day, just doing my own thing. Like while he was training kids, I'd just want to be there, like juggling, like whatever it is, like just be there. Um,
So this feels like it was kind of in your blood.
yeah.
Your brothers were obviously very good. You
Yeah.
mentioned your dad was very good. So this is in the Lopez blood, right? That you guys are good soccer players. But with this podcast, what we're really trying to do is examine maybe some of the pressures that young athletes feel, not just soccer, but
Yeah.
all sports. The burnout factors. So for you, now you're younger and you're playing, the pressure was there a little bit. Obviously,
Yeah.
you're a girl playing, and
Yeah.
maybe that wasn't good in your household.
Yeah.
Your brothers were terrific players. Now Julie has to be good, right? And so, did you ever feel like, wow, I just want to play and have fun? Or did you start to become more competitive as you were getting better and better? Did you want more competition yourself?
No, I did. I like had really big goals for myself, and like I just always like I don't know. I people would tell me like, "Oh, you're not going to, make the national team ever." But like I was like, "No, like I'm going to make it." And like I loved being on the soccer field like all day. Like I'd leave at like 6 in the morning, come back at like 8 p.m. like with my brother. Like I like loved it. Like I didn't find it like the pressure of it. Like I just loved it. Like yeah.
So, what do you think about young kids, maybe 8 years old, 9 years old, who are training 6, 7 days a week? Do you feel that's healthy?
I don't. I think it's too much. I think you have to let them play. Like it just gets to a point where like if parents just get too involved, I just think it's like not good for the kid, because I've known so many like friends and stuff that started playing at a young age, and their parents just like put so much pressure on them that they just like didn't want to do it when they got to like being older, like they were just like, yeah, like I don't want to do this, just because it wasn't fun. It was just like, yeah.
What about you? Have you ever been at that point where you said, enough is enough, I don't want to do this anymore?
I don't think so.
No?
No.
Well, it's just a part of you. It's a part of you. And obviously, I've known you, I think, since you were in 8th grade. And I've watched you play. I've coached against you. And you are a terrific soccer player. So I think with you, a lot of it has been you are driven. You're self-driven. As you said, you can go out on a field and just train all day long. And so that's, I'm sure, where you've gotten to where you are because of your self-motivation and your drive to be the best. But going back to the kid that maybe doesn't want to be like you and train 6 hours a day,
Yeah.
what would you say to the kid? What would you say to a parent if their kid is like, I don't want to train 6 days a week. I really don't. I just want to have fun.
I honestly would just, I would just let them, like, like you can't really force, because otherwise it's not gonna like be good. Like, for example, my sister, like, she's really good. Like, she started training when she was like 1, like with the balloon. My dad would have her, and she's like,
1?
yeah, she's really good.
Wow. I know she's here. Wow.
No, she's really good. She has this crazy shot. Her technical abilities are like if you were to see her, you wouldn't think, like, there's so many people that are like, that girl is not the age, and since she was little, she's been like really good. And when she was little, she'd be training with us outside, like the whole day. She'd just go train with us. But like now it's kind of gotten to a point where like it's like she's forced to train.
Yeah.
And like my dad still forces her. He's like, no, you have to go to train. But me and my brother are just like, you have to like, if she doesn't want it, like, you can't even though she's really good, like, she has it in her. Like, we all play soccer, everything. Like, it's not gonna work if they don't want it as bad as like, like as bad as them. Like, they are kids. Like, I think it's just like on them. Like, if they want to get better, it'll just come naturally. And I think like it will eventually, if it's really what's like meant to be.
Sure.
Yeah, like I think there's kids that love like training like the whole day. Like I know some kids that love it. Like their parents don't force them. Like they love it, and that's like that's like fine. Like that's okay. But there's kids that like don't want to do that as much, but their parents do force them, and I think that like
Yeah.
that's not it.
Well, like I said, I coached against you in high school.
Yeah.
And so as a student athlete, you're wearing your ECNL shirt here. Um, things have changed. Times have changed since you were in high school even.
Yeah.
And so what are your feelings on the student athlete? Because now kids are missing 4 days of school or more to go to showcases, tournaments. I mean, is that a good thing in your opinion? I mean, you're no longer the student athlete at 15.
Yeah.
And you're now in college, which it's academic based as well. So,
Yeah.
I mean, what's your feeling on that?
I don't remember traveling that much, so I like don't really remember missing like too much school. Just my high school year, I missed like half of the school year, but I was at the World Cup, so it was like
Well,
yeah.
well, I was just at the World Cup, so
But other than that, I don't really remember missing school. But I think like being in those showcases, it's like an amazing opportunity. Like I remember like the whole sideline just filled with like these crazy schools that like I would have never imagined. So like I do think like those things are like important, but like also making sure like your school is also like there. Like if you're failing, like you probably shouldn't be going and stuff like that. Which I didn't really think about that much until probably freshman year, how like big like academics actually are. Like I was just like, oh, I'm just gonna go to college just to play soccer, like, but it's like not like that at all. So
yeah.
yeah.
And a lot of kids nowadays, and I'm sure for you as well, Division One.
Yeah.
Division One is the ultimate. I want to play Division One. You're now currently playing Division One. What does it take, Julie, to be a Division One college athlete?
I think it takes a lot of hard work.
But what
I
does hard work
do.
mean? Because you hear so often people will say, "Oh, hard
Yeah.
work, you have to work hard." But what does that mean? What does a day in the life of Julie
Yeah.
Lopez look like as a Division One college soccer player?
My day.
Yeah.
Well, usually I wake up by like 7. I am ready by like 7:30. I go to train. We have to be there 10 minutes early. I put on my stuff, then we start warming up, we train everything, and then like right after, if we have weights, we'll go to weights, and then right after, usually this semester I did have class right after, so straight from weights I'd go to class and then to another class, and then depending on the day I'd either I'd go to work, or I'd like go train by myself with like my teammates and stuff. And like I didn't really have time to eat and stuff. Like it is hard. Like it's like I'm so tired. Like do I skip class or do I go take a nap? Like I have training tomorrow. Like it's just like constant. Like like it's never like you never get a break.
Yeah.
And like I remember freshman year, like we'd be back from like games. I'd be so tired, and I'd just see like all these girls like or these guys like at the dorms like ready to go out, and I'm like, damn, like like the college life, like but it's like I can't, like I'm exhausted. Like
Yeah.
I need to go to bed. I have training at 9 a.m. tomorrow. Like, but yeah.
Well, and you have to stay fit.
Yeah, exactly.
And you have to eat clean. And you're saying the college life, well, it's hard to go out and go to a party,
No,
a frat
yeah.
party, and you're out all night long.
Yeah.
And you have training at 9 a.m.
Yeah.
Plus you have classes, you have schoolwork. And I ask you about the hard work because I say to my players all the time, does your work ethic match your dream?
Yeah.
Because if you say, I want to be D1, I want to be a national team player, I want to be this or that, a pro player, but you skip training,
Yeah.
you eat bad food all the time,
Yeah.
you don't rest, you go to bed at 2 a.m, it's not going to match your dream.
Yeah, definitely.
It's just not. And so, for you, I mean, you hit the nail on the head. Yeah, you see others doing it, and you're probably like, I want to go, but you can't.
No, yeah.
Because you are a committed Division I athlete.
Yeah.
So take us on the journey for you with the national team for Mexico. How did that come about?
They would just go watch my ECNL games, and then my brother took me out to this event. It's called Alianza, and like I had no idea what that was, but he was actually playing in it. He's like, "Oh, there's like this thing, like just go." And I went, and the scout was there, and he ended up really liking me. And then there were like other pro teams, and like basically they just like chose players they wanted to like give opportunities to.
Yeah.
So I think I got like the most opportunities from, and then I got like the best player. So then I got invited to go to this other big event that were like they went to every state and they got like the best player, the best girl and guy, and then they went to that showcase and then they performed again or they played against in front of like these scouts and yeah. And then after that I got called up and yeah.
So you can pat yourself on the back. What do you feel, or did they tell you, what stood out about you that you were selected? What is it that you did? I mean, I know you're very technical, but
Yeah.
what is it that they felt you would bring to the national team?
My vision at the time. Yeah.
Yeah. So you made it to that level. And again, you've got many players that want to make it to that level. What would you say that it takes? Because you just mentioned I went to this showcase, then I had to go perform here, then I had to go perform there. So what is it? I mean, obviously your technical ability, but what is it that you would say that a player who wants to make it to that level needs to do?
I think being disciplined, like doing the little things when like no one is watching, like I think it's easy to just be like, oh, I'm gonna take today off or like, you know, but like those are the moments that you really can't. And like I remember in high school during lunch, I'd bring my own soccer ball in my backpack, and during lunch I'd just go shoot on the because my shooting wasn't the best, and I remember that was like one thing I needed to work on, and every lunch. During lunch, I would go outside and I had my ball in my bag and I would just go shoot like by myself, and then I'd go with my soccer coach, my high school soccer coach, Shima.
Yep.
And we just go over because it was when I transferred over to ECNL, and I just like wasn't getting enough playing time, and I was like really upset with like my performances, and we'd just go over film like it's either I was training or I was going over film like just being like, oh, I should have done this, oh, you could have done this, like but I just think like honestly it's hard work. Also like being fit is like one thing I didn't realize like when I was younger, like that changes your game so much. Like if I used to hate running, and like that's like now one of the main things like I do, like, and also like I think hard work is like something like obviously not something I learned, but just like something I really like value now in my game is like hard work, especially in like college. Like that's like the only thing you can control. Like you can't control the refs. Like sometimes like yeah, I'm technical but I have like a bad touch or it just isn't my day, but like just hard work is like the only thing you can control. Like just working your butt off, and like that's like one thing like now I like take pride in, and like my coaches will tell me like you're like the hardest worker on the field, and like I take a lot of pride in that. And I think like I wish I would have told like my younger self, like, you know, like just work your ass off.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because, you know, we know it. You just said it. And the players that I coach, you know, it's like, oh, we're going to do fitness. Why are we going to do fitness?
Yeah.
And they don't understand right now how important that is. But to play at a level where you're playing and you've played with the national team, you have to be fit.
Yeah.
You have to be fit. And again, when I was talking to you about hard work, you know, some people think, well, I am working hard, but they're cheating themselves on drills.
Yeah.
And it's like that's not hard work. But listening to you talk, I mean, I love this because you are, I'm going to use the word obsessed, but you are obsessed with being a soccer player. All of the things that you're talking, I mean, you just said at lunch in high school, when most high school kids want to mingle and socialize, and you're saying, I'm watching film. I'm taking my soccer ball and working on my shot. That's passion. Let's not say obsession. Let's say passion. That is a passionate attitude.
Yeah.
And again, it's your attitude. It's not something I haven't heard you say, my parents or my whomever was forcing me to do it. You were doing it yourself.
No, yeah, everyone thought I was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think too, we've talked a lot on this podcast about parents sometimes living vicariously through their children. It sounds like, your dad being a terrific player, your brothers are terrific players, your sisters are terrific players. It doesn't sound like that anyone's trying to live vicariously through Julie. So it doesn't feel like to me that you've had that kind of pressure,
Yeah.
that it's really you. Do you put pressure on yourself?
Yeah, I do.
And why is that?
I just want to be the best version of myself and the best player I can be, and I know I can reach those dreams of mine, and I just really have high goals for myself. And yeah, I just think it makes me work harder, but I also think it's a weakness because yeah.
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 Huh. What would you say, Julie, is the hardest part about being a Division I athlete?
The mental part of it. It's, you don't realize you have no life outside of it. It's mentally draining. Sometimes things won't go your way. I went from being obviously going on the national team, going to the World Cup, being one of the best players on my club team, to going Division I and then not playing. It was I was crushed. I was what is this? I want to go back. What is this? And I just didn't understand, and it's just hard being I'm doing good at training, why can't I, I feel I can compete, but it's just or it's just some things won't go your way. It's little things, you just have to make sure you're on top of it, because it's so easy to just drift off, you know what, this isn't going well, F everything else, I'm just it's easy. But yeah, so I definitely think the mental side of it, and obviously school and soccer is extremely hard. You're training every day, Monday through Sunday during season, every day, sometimes double days, plus weights. It's not easy. It's it's tough, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, you said the mental. Do you guys have any sort of mental coach?
We do. We don't really, she's not really present like that, but we do have it if you want to. But I know in the national team we did, we'd have sessions, mental part of it, having a fixed mind, just stuff like that, to help us.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really helpful. But yeah.
Yeah, because you're talking about the mental and just the stress.
Yeah.
There's got to be stress. You're putting pressure on yourself to be elite, to be the best that you can be.
Yeah.
But there comes a point where you might crack down a little bit. You might have that breakdown every once in a while, wow, this is a lot.
Yeah.
I asked you this earlier, but you've never thought about giving it up?
I've thought about giving up school and my freshman year when I wasn't playing. I was my first time being away from home. I remember I wouldn't go home at all. I felt I was just stuck there. My parents wouldn't go to my games because I wasn't playing.
Right.
So they wouldn't go to, I just was not seeing my family. I wasn't playing. Everything was going bad. I even stopped going to class because I just wanted to be in my room and I did not feel like talking to anyone. I was just I'm gonna quit. I wasn't thinking really quitting soccer, but I was just I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna go to Mexico. I don't know. I'm just gonna I'm done. I'm done with this. They were hard on me on top of school and everything, and I was leave me alone. I don't know. I was just that, and then yeah, I just realized that it's just the little things. Once you start doing the little things right, everything will fall into peace slowly. And everything takes time, obviously. And then when I got injured, it was just really hard also mentally.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough. But you mentioned too, going in as a freshman and not playing and how to handle that. And I say it to players all the time that, when you go to college, especially Division One, everyone's going to be as good as you or better.
Yeah.
And you are going to have to work, work, work. And a lot of times, in your case, it wasn't that you weren't a good soccer player. It's just if you have a roster of 32, I mean, I know the NCAA has now changed it to 28,
Yeah.
which I like. But, if you're on a roster back in the day and it's 32, 35 players, well, sometimes it's just a numbers game.
Yeah.
It's not that you're not a good player. It's just a numbers game. So what's your end goal here? What do you want for Julie? You're Division One, national teamer. What are you looking for next? What's the next big thing for Julie?
I want to play pro, and then I want to get to the first team for Mexico.
Okay. You want to turn pro?
Yeah, I do.
You want to finish college? You want to turn pro now?
I think finish college.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, pro is great.
Yeah.
Pro is great.
Yeah.
Well, last thing, what piece of advice would you give to, you mentioned your younger self earlier, but what piece of advice would you give to young girls who are 8, 9, 10 years old, and in their minds, their goal, their dream is, I want to be a Division One player. I want to be a pro player. Maybe I can be a national team player. What advice would you give to them to start right now at 8, 9, or 10?
Well, ultimately, I would just say have fun. Like, that's, like, the main thing. But, also, like, be disciplined. Like, do the little things right. Like, it's really easy to be, like, tempted by your friends to do certain things. But, like, you know what you want. And, like, my parents always told me this, or my dad always told me this, and my brother, like, it's lonely at the top. Like, not many people are, like, get there. And, like, they don't understand, like, the grind. Like, you have to be obsessed with the grind. And, like, like, it's not for everyone, and not everyone is going to understand. Because I remember, like, everyone would think I'm crazy for, like, going to train by myself and just, like, and, like, my brother was like, they don't get it. Like, they don't get it, like, they just don't get it. So, yeah. And then just doing the little things right as well. And I had something I was going to say, but, shoot.
Yeah, and I'm asking you this question. Maybe it'll come back to you, but I'm asking you because, me still working in club soccer and around high school athletics and sports, I just see and feel so much pressure that kids want it. They really want it, but maybe their parents want it more than they do. Does their work ethic, match their dreams? I just think there needs to be somewhat of a blueprint. Now, a blueprint doesn't fit everyone because all athletes are different. But from the standpoint of this is what you need to do to be a Division One athlete. I mean, back when I played and it was a Division One athlete, things are so different now. So different. And so I'm just wondering if there's some sort of blueprint. But you mentioned fun.
Yeah.
And it has to be fun.
Yeah.
So what does fun mean to you? Playing soccer, what does fun mean to you?
Just enjoying it. Like, when I play, it's just like, like, it's not pressure to me. Like, it's like fun. Like, like, I would choose to do this. Like, I want to do this. Like, it's not like I'm being forced to do this. Like, it's like I play and it's like I'm laughing or smiling. And, like, those are the moments where I'm just like I wouldn't trade this for the world. Like, I wouldn't be doing anything else.
Do you think, though, some of the fun is taken out with, no disrespect, parents, but the crazy sideline parents antics that go on?
I think, yeah, to, like, a certain extent. I mean, I do think that, like, there's some where, like, it's passion. Like, they just do it because they're just passionate about the game. But then I don't like the ones that, like, will yell at their, like, kid in front of everyone. Like, that's just not right. Like, you don't do that. But yeah, I mean, you could obviously see, like, a player that, like, is having fun with, like, rather than a player who, like, she trains all the time, but she's not having fun. Like it's just like you see the two, and it's just like, there's no.
Yeah, and the fun has to be there.
Yeah.
Because you mentioned the grind, you mentioned the hard work. If you're not having fun, it becomes a chore. It becomes so difficult, and you don't necessarily want to do it. Mm-hmm. Well, Julie, I've known you since you were in the 8th grade, and the first time I saw you play, I said, "Wow, that's a talented player right there." And so I wish you nothing but the best.
Thank you.
With this kind of passion that you have, you're going to make it. Whatever your dreams are, your goals are, I feel Julie's going to make it. So everybody look out for Julie Lopez. She's going to be the one. You already are the one. You already are. So I'm super proud of you. Thank you for being on the podcast and giving us some insight as a Division I player.
Thank you.
You were
having
terrific.
me.
You did a great job with the interview. All right, honey. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good job.